Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will discuss MCQ questions based on functions. In question number 1, the process of dividing a computer program into separate independent block of code with specific functionalities is known as modular programming. Answer is option B. A large program is broken down into smaller units in modular programming. In question number 2, dash can be defined as a named group of instructions that accomplish a specific task when it is called or invoked. Answer will be option A, function. In question number 3, in a program, a function can be called dash times. Answer will be option D, multiple times. In question number 4, which keyword is used to begin the definition of a function? Answer will be D, E, F, all in small letters, which is option C. After D, E, F, we have to write the name of the function followed by a pair of parentheses. Then we have to put a colon sign. Then we have to write a block of statements which is a part of function definition. In question number 5, which of the following statement is a function call? To call a function, we have to write the name of the function with opening and closing parentheses. Answer will be option C. To define a function, we have to write DEF, name of the function, opening and closing parentheses, then a colon sign. In question number 6, which of the following are advantages of using function in a program? It increases readability, reusability, and debugging is easier. Answer will be all of the above, option D. In question number 7, function defined to achieve some task as per user's requirement. Answer will be user defined function, option A. Functions which are already defined in Python are called library function or built-in function. Answer will be option D, both B and C. In question number 9, which of the following statement is not true regarding function? A function definition begin with DEF, not define. Here the answer will be option A. Option B is correct. It may or may not have parameter. Option C is also correct. It may or may not return value. For void functions, it will not return any value. And function adder always ends with a colon sign is also true. Answer will be option A. In question number 10, which of the following statement is outside the function sum? Here A is equal to and B is equal to are inside the function. S is equal to A plus B and print S, statement 3 and statement 4 are outside the function. Answer will be option D, both statement 3 and 4. In question number 11, the function can be called in the program by writing function name followed by closing and opening parentheses. It will be round brackets. We have to write DEF, then name of the function, opening and closing parentheses, then colon sign. In question number 12, DEF as number 1, print number 1. Here number 2 is equal to 4 and we are calling the function with value 4. Then it will print 4. Answer will be option C. You can check the answer In Python, it will be 4 because we are calling the function with value 4. In question number 13, write the output of the following: DEF S number 1 print number 1 is equal to number 1 plus 2. Here we are calling the function with the value 4, but first we are printing the value, then we are adding. Answer will be option C, 4 and 4. Now we can check the answer in Python. Here in the function definition, first we are printing whatever we are getting from the calling function. Here we are getting 4, then we are incrementing the value. For that, the value will be 4 in both the cases. If we want to know the value before addition and after addition, we can have two print statements. Before addition it will be 4 and after addition it will be 6, and outside the function it will be 4 only. In question number 4, which of the following statement will execute in last? Here the first statement to be executed will be def, then it will execute number 2 is equal to 4. After that it will execute as number 2, it will go to def again, then print number 1 will be executed. The last statement to be executed will be statement 2. Answer will be option B. In question number 15, if return statement is not used inside the function will return non-value. Answer will be option A. In this example, we are not returning the value. Answer will be none. Which of the following items are present in the function header? We have a function name with the parameter list. Answer will be both A and B. In question number 17, DEF call m, n. Here we are calling with the value 9 and 8. In first if condition, m double is equal to n, it will compare 9 with 8. They are not equal. Else part will be executed. 9 will be multiplied by 2 and answer will be 18. Let us execute this in Python. Here is 9 not is equal to 8. The else part will be executed and the value of m will be multiplied by 2. Here the value of m is 9. 9 multiplied by 2 will be 18. In question number 18, write the output of the following. Here we are calling the function with Amit and J. As Amit and J are not equal, the else part will be executed. N star 2. Star is a replication operator. N contains J. J will be replicated twice. Answer will be option D. J, J. Let us execute this in Python. In if condition, Amit and J are compared, they are not equal, else part will be executed. N contains J, hence J will come 2 times. In question number 19, write the output of the following. Here def fn number 1 comma number 2 is equal to 7, but here we are calling the function with value 3 and 9. 3 and 9 will be added and the output will be option C, 12. In question number 20, write the output of the following. DEF fn number 1 comma number 2 7. Here we are calling 3 modulo operator 2 comma 9 modulo operator 2. Here 3 modulo operator 2 will give 1 and 9 modulo operator 2 will also give 1. The function is called with value 1 and 1. 1 modulo operator 1 will be 0. Print number 1 will be 0. Answer will be option B. In question number 21, the function is called with value 13 and 14. Here 13 greater than 14 will be false. 13 is equal to 14 will also be false. Else part will be executed. Answer will be 14 is maximum, which is option C. Now let us execute this in Python. We will copy the same code and paste it in Python. Here else part will be executed and answer will be 14 is maximum. In question number 22, what will be the output of the following Python code? Here x is equal to 50 declared globally. Inside the function, the first print statement will give 50. Then we are changing the value of x to 2. Change local to will give 2. Outside the function, the value of x will be 50. Answer will be 50 to 50, which is option A. Now let us execute this code in Python. After copying, we have to change the indentation. Now let us execute it. We will get x is 50, change local x to 2 and x is now 50. In question number 23, what will be the output of the following Python code? X is equal to 50. Here inside the function, global x is declared. After that we are printing x. Here the value of x will be 50. After changing the value to 2, the value of global x will also be 2 and outside the function it will be 2. Answer will be 50 to 2, which is option B. Now let us check this in Python. First we have to copy the code, then we have to change the indentation. If we will declare any variable as global, the changes we will make locally will be available globally also. First the value will be 50. After changing to 2, the global value will also be changed. In question number 24, first we are calling the function say with hello. It will be printed only one time because here times is 1 by default. Again in statement 4 we are calling the function with world comma 5. Here message is world and times is equal to 5. World star 5 will print world 5 times because star is replication operator. Answer will be hello, and in next line we will have world 5 times. Answer will be option A. Let us execute this in Python. First hello will be printed, then world 5 times. In question number 25, what will be the output of the following code? First we are calling with value 3, 7. Here the value of A will be 3 and B will be 7. First print will give 3, 7 and 10. In second case, the value of A will be 25 and that of C will be 24 and the default value of B is 5. Answer will be 25, 5 and 24. In last case, C is equal to 50 and A is equal to 100. Here the value of B will be 5. In last case, the answer will be 100, 5 and 50. In first case, we will have 3, 7, 10. In second case, 25, 5, 24. In third case, 100, 5 and 50. The answer will be option C. Now we can execute the same program in Python. We will get 3, 7, 10, 25, 5, 24 and 100, 5 and 50. In question number 26, which of the following is a feature of docstring? Here the answer will be all of the mentioned because it provides a convenient way of associating documentation. A function should have a docstring. Docstrings can be accessed by underscore doc underscore. For documentation, the docstring should be the first string stored inside the module or function. Hope this video is beneficial to you. Thanks for watching.